You are now listening to Fitness is Wealth with Taz. Hi, everyone. This is Taz, Fitness and Wealth. We want to talk about peace and your health. First of all, I want to talk about how many gallons of water you need to drink when you're waking up to start your day. I always tell everybody at 6 a.m. before you brush your teeth, make sure you drink a gallon of water. That's to flush out all the negative. That means anything that's in your system that you have slept on, anything that you have thought about, just flush all the negative out. Then go straight to the bathroom and flush it all out and then brush your teeth. That's your first gallon of water that may last you through the day. I always tell people, make sure you're motivated in something that makes you happy, that gives you peace. My regimen for the day is I never talk to about anybody in the morning because it may be negative. And it may not be negative. It may seem like somebody needs to vent. Anytime I hear something that doesn't sound like it's positive, it creates a negative in my body. And then when it creates a negative in my body, it tends to ruin my first day. When I say my first day, that means my top of my morning, because the top of your morning starts your day. When you're at peace with somebody or yourself, nothing or no one can take you from your strength. What I mean by strength is you can hear something negative and you can turn it into a positive. For example, I got a call this morning and it was about something that didn't have anything to do with me. See what I just said? Something that didn't have anything to do with me. So I didn't create it as a negative. I turned it around and said, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? That person said yes. I said, so let me ask you a question. What are we about to talk about? Does it have anything to do with me? She said, no. I said, okay. I said, does it have anything to do with you and your health and your family? She said, no. I said, what are we talking about? She took a pause. She said, you're absolutely right. I said, why do we need to start our day off like this? I don't knock people who have a voice. Sometimes a lot of people need to express their feelings. It's healthy for them. I'm the first person I'm going to express my feelings because I can't hold it in. So I'm going to say what I have to say when I have to say it. Tomorrow, I'm not repeating the same thing. That's healthy for me. If I hold it all in and I don't say anything, it creates so much negative, so much hatred, so much anger towards the person you need to talk to. That creates a lot of negative energy in your body. When you have so much to say to that person, but you don't want to say it because it's going to hurt that person's feelings or it's going to make you. Do you ever realize when you hold stuff in, your stomach hurts? You get a headache. You feel nauseated. And then it just keeps going on. Now you have an ulcer in your stomach because you didn't express what you needed to express in 2017, 2018, 2019. So now when you explode, that person is looking at you like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? What just happened here? You're talking about something that happened 4 years ago. So now you look crazy, ballistic. What's the other word people like to use? You need help. And see, all the things that they're using towards you, you should have said it that day. I encourage everybody to say things what they need to say that day because tomorrow is not promised to us. Whether you need to say something that's from your heart, never let anybody paint that a negative. Your delivery might be wrong if you're cussing them out in some, the vulgar language. I get all that because that's hurt and pain. Can't take words back. But however you express yourself, I encourage that because you either express yourself or you hurt yourself. Let me take that back. If you don't say what you have to say today, you wait 4 years later, that person still gets under your skin 4 years later, but you don't say anything. You're adding on stress each time you talk to this person because that person is disregarding your feelings. But you're always there for that person's feelings, whether it be financial, whether it be mental, any aspect. See, what people don't understand, when you help somebody out financially, that helps their mental. I'm going to say that one more time. What people don't understand, when someone helps you out financially, that helps their mental. Let me explain why. Because financially you were down. This person came along and financially helped you out of your depression, out of your debt. See, that's a mental thing. That person made you happy and took you out of this debt that caused you so much stress, so much pain. That same person did that for you when that other person left you high and dry and didn't care. So when that person has helped you financially, mentally, that person was there from you. And when you turn your back because that person has something to say to you about how she was feeling or he was feeling, now it's something wrong with that person that helped you when you were at your lowest. It's funny how we turn on people who were there for us when we were down. We wasn't the person that put you there, but we were the person that took you out of that slum, that depression, that anger, made you smile. So the minute I have an issue with you, I don't support you. I wasn't there for you. You're there for me financially, but you're not there for me mentally. You sound stupid. And I'm going to say that because if it wasn't for my finances helping you to get out of your mental grief, you will still be in that mental grief. Don't knock a person that financially helped you to build you back up. I think that's the greatest thing in the world. If that person has an opinion, say, hey, I don't think Rick is right for you in your circle because Rick wasn't there when you needed Rick. So why is Rick here now when you're up and at your full speed? That's a great woman or a great man telling you that. Because where were all these people when you were down? So now that the person that's helped you out mentally to get you out of that debt, and she's saying, hey, I see something. There's something wrong with this person. And you mentally think she's trying to disregard your climb of the ladder. Why is that person wrong now? See, there's devils and there's angels. The person that gets you out of your woes, help you be positive, help you out of your time of need. The person's going to always be there whether you argue or not. The users are gone the minute you fall. Let me say that one more time. The users are gone the minute you fall. But see, you're too blind to see that because you're trying to climb this rich ladder. A rich ladder is the person that God sent you to get you out of your debt. May it be a him or her. Tell you one more time. When you're down, your mental status goes down. When you have lost everything, your mental status goes down. Emotionally, mentally, and physically. You no longer feel whole. All of a sudden, God brings you these people in your life and they come out the blue. You're not sure who they are, where they came from, but they're there. And it's funny how they come out the blue to help you. And they become so hardcore on you because they believe in you. A person that fights for you believes in you. A person that's quick to let you go because you no longer have the money don't believe in you. They only believe in your finances. I'd rather take a hardcore person and say, look, get your hands out of your ass because that's how you're acting. Dang, I am. Then somebody said, you're doing great. Oh, you're doing great. But they watching you fail. I'm going to take the person that said, get your hands out of your ass because you acting like an ass. Because that person, whether I'm rich, poor, or whatever I may be, they're going to still be there because they told the truth. A fake person will always be a yes person. Sometimes people don't realize what fake people are. You test them. This is how you test them. I give people 3 tests. How does this look? You look great. I know it don't, because that was a tester dress or a tester face or a tester hairdo. I did this on purpose, but that person said I looked great. Now I'm looking at this person like, you'll say anything looks great. That's not a good friend. That's not even a good mentor. That's not even a good person to have around you. That's a snake. So a snake don't have friends. A snake could eat anything and everything that's in its way. Snake don't care about your feelings. Snake don't care if you're crying. A snake is looking for its next meal. You have people that'll say, I'll give you my last because I know God got me. You make sure you have that person's back. Whether she argue at you or not, we throw away a lot of good friends for a lot of snakes. That's very unhealthy because then you start seeing your good friend as a bad person because the snake keep feeding you like this person want to control you. This person want to do that. But you done forgot about that same person that came and brought you up when you had nothing. So if that person is fighting you and battling you, that's because that person loves you. The person never gave up on, even though you gave up on that person that helped you in your time of need. Let me tell you how God works. That same person that helped you in your time of need, you dumped that same person because she said some vulgar or he said some vulgar words. Then your snake come along. You're in a worse off position. Now the person that done helped you, she done moved up in the ladder so high. He done lift her up so high to say, hey, he's too small for you. He don't see what he has or she don't see what he has. What I done gave to you is more powerful than anything. If she's one of these people, she's going to cuss you out. She's going to do all she can. She's fighting for you. I always say the person that don't fight for me and don't say nothing and just say, okay, is not the person for me. That person don't care for me. Person that fights me and say, yeah, you did wrong. You did this. I can apologize to you that same day. Now, if that person don't forgive me, that's that person's issue, not mine anymore. I'm at peace with my health. I'm at peace with what has happened. I'm at peace with who I am inside. I can argue with you for 5 years, but I'm pointing out what we need to fix. If you don't understand that, then no, I no longer belong to you, to your situation, to your health, to your wealth, anything that you're dealing with. I no longer care. And that's healthy to say that. Health issues come from other people who don't believe in you. Health issues come from other people who don't think you're able to say or have a voice in the opinion of what you see in them. First thing people want to say, you're negative. I'm negative because I'm pointing out what you can be great at. I'm negative because I'm trying to make sure you're okay and you see my side and my issues so we can be better. I'm negative because I want what's best for you. So now I'm not uplifting you. I want to take out the word negative because now people using the word negative as if it's positive. I don't ever call anybody negative because everybody's feelings is their feelings. Everybody has good energy. I think everybody has great energy. I think who you surround yourself with makes you call other people negative. Because I have a voice and I have an opinion about how you treated me, I'm negative. We use that word loosely, negative. I'm here to tell everybody, if everybody was on the street positive, then why are we having accidents? Why are people dying? Why are people getting sick? No such thing as positive or negative. It's just a such thing of people being around people who genuinely love them. How about we just say, let's all be happy, whether you're negative or positive. Let's all be happy. And if you don't like me, show me your face now. So then that way I don't have to be in your realm of your life. Don't put out this creation that everybody is negative because they have an opinion. Don't put out, I just want good energy around me. How do you want good energy if you don't create good energy around you? I'm going to repeat that because that's why I say people need to stop. I just want good energy around me. How do you want good energy around you if you don't create the good energy? If you're not that person to give somebody who really needs help $60 and you know you got it in your pocket and you still won't give it. Regardless of what story they're making up, give it to them because God gonna grant you 3 times more. However they use it. Somebody say they need a ride and you sit right there at the house. You know you can pick them up, but you choose not to. And they probably really needed that ride because they were in a dangerous situation because you feel some type of way. You just let them fend for themselves. Or you fired that person because of somebody told you this, but you didn't see it yourself, but you fired them. So that's why I say everybody shouldn't say you're negative. I think everybody, if we're saying that, you're negative for saying somebody else is negative. How about that? Let's just be realistic with everybody. She negative. Well, you negative for saying she negative. So now what? We're in a circle of negative. Everybody negative then. You got something to say about somebody every second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Everybody is negative then. If nothing is good to say, come out of your mouth and say, you know what? She looks really nice. I really don't know much of her. That's positive. Girl, look at her hair. You negative. You ever talked about somebody's car, house, clothing, whatever? You negative. You ain't positive either. You ain't positive. The pastor ain't positive either. Let's just be clear. You don't give your tithes and the pastor outs you. He ain't negative. He's not positive. He's negative too. Let's talk about this negative because we pass it around like everybody is negative. No, nobody's not negative. Everybody has issues. Everybody has the right to voice their opinion. That doesn't make people negative. It's a trend to say, I just want positive energy, great vibes. How do you want that when you don't have the great vibes? I don't get the great energy from you. See, people can walk up to me, and this is a true story. Ooh, she's really sweet. Oh my God, I really felt her. That's a true story from me. And I don't smile. I don't smile. But when people come by me, ooh, I don't know what it is, but you got the spirit. I am who I am. I talk back. I say what I gotta say. I voice my opinion. Do I cuss? Yes, I cuss. I'm not a saint. It's not healthy for me to be a saint. The only role model I am is to my children. If I become bigger in life, then I can say I'm a role model to young ladies who want to be them. I'm not a role model to nobody but to myself. Because I know who I can cope with from the inside and outside. I owe nobody nothing. I don't fear anything. I don't want anything from anybody. I do me at all times. I'm not going to change who I am for not a man. You take me as I am or you walk out the door as you are. Because see, I accept everybody for who they are. I really, truly do. If you one of these people that like to cuss, go right ahead. Who am I to tell you not to cuss? Because you set in your ways. It depends if I can deal with it. And if I can deal with it, I'm good. Why am I trying to change you? But don't you come over here trying to change me. Don't do it. That's unhealthy. See how that works? That's very unhealthy. It's so unhealthy to the point to where you start to get sick from the inside because you can't voice who you are. My timeline gets tired. Oh, you're so negative. You're draining me. I ain't draining you. You're draining yourself because you put that negative word out that I was negative. So now you're drained. You don't get over your milk and cookies. That's crazy. No other person can drain you. Nobody can drain you. It's all in your mindset. I can talk to 100 people all day. They have not drained me. I didn't see them as negative. That's just who they are. We need to start accepting people for who they are with no judgment. We place so much judgment on somebody's character. When you go home, do you look in the mirror? Because you got to start judging yourself. We don't sleep with everybody in their house to judge them. We're not in their shoes or walking any type of mile in their shoes to judge them. I think it's negative when you judge people. I think it's negative when you say things about somebody you don't even know. I think the news is beyond negative because you're already a criminal before the news get out. That's negative. So now we done spread the whole world that everybody negative. Ain't nobody negative. Let me tell you why. How can you judge somebody when you're not in somebody's house? How can you create positive energy if you're already ready to stab them in the back with a machete? You already done cut their head off by saying they were negative because they don't move the way you want them to move. See, mental health is the best health. If you can recognize people so well, nobody can faze you. I tell everybody I listen to he say, she say, because sometimes he say, she say is the right way. Because see, that you give that character to that person who either wants to be in your life, who wants to self-destruct your life, or who wants to take your life. Sometimes he say, she say is right say. And it might be wrong. But you have an idea of who you're dealing with when you approach it to somebody else. It takes out all the middleman. See, when I hear he say, she say, I listen to it. Then I listen to what other people have to say. If the stories sound kind of like the same, I dismiss all parties around me and I stay back to myself. Because see, that energy right there is not going to create me to dislike anybody. It just subtract me from dealing with people. It wasn't negative. It wasn't positive. It was just a great executive decision for my health. For my health. Because if I continue with it, and then I want to paint people's pictures as being this way or that way. Sometimes people like arguing because it helps them live longer. It's an exercise. Just like sometimes people smoke to enjoy the peace. Sometimes people are on drugs to get away from the pain. Sometimes people exercise for other people and not for themselves. This is why they can't lose weight. Sometimes people drink to not be sober. And what I mean by that is to not be sober is not to deal with any issues that's right in their face. Do anybody know why people drink? Those are the people that are not outspoken, that don't say what they have to say. So they drink their sorrows away and say, dang, I could have said this. But when they get drunk, the truth comes out. They've been wanting to say that for a long time. My grandma used to say, a drunk tells the truth. And that is so true. She says a drunk tells the truth, a crackhead tells a lie. A drunk tells the truth, a crackhead tells a lie. A drunk has hidden himself so much and has been outspoken when he get that liquor and he want to tell all his truth and his sorrows. He don't remember nothing. A crackhead tells a lie to get the next fix. It's easy to tell that lie because you're going to believe them. They're sick. It's a good advertisement. It's a great advertisement. Alcohol is to make sure everybody tells their truth if y'all really pay attention to it. Alcohol is the #1 selling drug in America, but it's not a drug. It's a fix. It's a happy thing. Sometimes people get happy. Sometimes people are angry. Sometimes people are just really mellow. But it's a truth serum. You notice if anybody get drunk and the person that they are around, they tell all the truth. They tell all the business. And you sitting there, you soaking it in. You know what? They don't remember that. They don't remember that. I ain't said that. You lying. You just angry. What's your favorite word? You just negative. You don't want me to prosper in life. You're negative. It's unhealthy, really. And people who are so sober and so I'm so right, and non-apologetic, stay away from them. You're never going to win the battle, but you're always going to keep apologizing to them. That's going to make you tired and sick and hateful and disliking this person. So every time you see that person, you're like, I don't care what happened to him. He don't listen to me. My feelings are always disregarded. So I say these things to say, you have a right to be you. You have the energy to tell yourself, this is what I want to do. You either take me or leave me. I'm not negative in what I say. I'm not negative in what I do. My actions are never negative. Maybe your response is negative to me. The reason why I react negative. And that's with your body. When somebody antagonizes your body, you're negative towards your body because you actually listen to that person call you fat. You actually listen to that. So now you have made yourself and your body negative. Don't let, anytime somebody say you negative, you know what you tell them? You know what? When somebody calls you negative, because I'm very outspoken. My comebacks are so cold. And, I've been called negative by one person. And that one person is beyond negative. But I don't even tell that person he's negative. Because you know why? God will tell him. So I always tell him, oh, you're perfect. You're right. You're awesome. After I done cussed him out. That's just being realistic. I will cuss you out. Because you're judging me. And I have learned a lesson not to cuss you out. That's not true. I ain't learned that lesson yet. And you know why I say that? Because I'm going to be me at all times. Nobody's going to make me change myself and make myself sick because you feel some type of way. That's unhealthy for me. It really is. I'm going to say this because I want everybody to tell their truth to themselves, not to nobody else. I want everybody to ring theirself in and say, I don't owe you nothing. I just realized you don't pay my light bill, my gas bill, or nothing. I don't even care if you're married. Because that's the same thing. If you don't treat me as your equal and you treat me underneath you, why should I care about your feelings? Tell me. Because you hurt my feelings every day, I'm not supposed to hurt yours? Get out of here. I'm going to hit you where it hurts. So you'll know I'm not the person you need to play with. Because it'll be unhealthy for me if I don't speak my mind. I think everybody needs to stop calling people negative. Be healthy, be happy with who you are. Don't change yourself. It becomes unhealthy when you change yourself. Speak your voice. Be yourself. It's okay to have an outburst. It's okay to express yourself in your relationship. If that person say, well, you putting me down as a man. Well, you're putting me down as a woman. It goes both ways. If I don't balance you out, you don't balance me out, it's hard to build an equal opportunity. I want to tell everybody this is Taz. Fitness is wealth. Stay peaceful. Stay outspoken. Have a blessed one. Thank you for listening to Fitness is Wealth. Be sure to rate and comment on the Apple Podcast. Give us a 5-star. We may read your comment on future episodes. You also can follow me on IG on cycling_7 training. Direct your messages to my DM if you have future questions. Thank you. Talk to you soon.